Hey guys, blessings to all of you coming in the room right now. I'm going to be on here just for a few minutes. I want to tell you what happened this morning during the service here in Seattle. So if you want to slide left to right, if you're on an iOS, click the share button. If you're an Android, just slide from the bottom to the top and click the share button. And I'll just give it a few more minutes for you to invite your friends in here. Let me know where you're tuned in from. And can't wait to see you in North Carolina. Bless you. Glenn in Seattle. Bless you, Glenn. You were there this morning. Hey from Philadelphia. Pittsburgh. Blessings in the 18th to the 20th. California. Luke in West Virginia. Houston, Texas. Bozeman, Montana. Please pray for a miracle for my eyesight. We will pray for you. We had an awesome miracle this morning of that. Michigan, Paris, France, Bozeman, Montana. I'm telling you, something's happening in Bozeman, Montana. Hey, Pat from Cleveland. Blessings to you. Pat is a partner of ours, and love you, Pat. California. You prayed for 2 healings after the service this morning. Yeah, it was an amazing service, guys. And it was very, very powerful this morning. We're going to have a meeting tonight at 6. I believe that they are live streaming. They're going to live stream the meeting tonight. But I would encourage you, I posted a link on Facebook of this morning's meeting and at Seattle Revival Center. And it was fantastic. I'll tell you. The presence of God swept through the place, and miracles were happening. Hey, buddy. Yep. There's the link right there, srclive.com. You can go to it. But I wanted there was so many testimonies this morning of people that have been touched by the presence of God, received a healing. That I cannot remember every single one, but I wanted to highlight particularly on 2 miracles that took place this morning. You watched this morning on the Facebook link. It was so it was so intoxicating in the service. So many people were getting just touched by the presence of God, drunk in the Spirit. There's a lot of people laughing. You could really feel the surges of the Spirit moving through the building. So many people were being touched. It was in your home as well. Were you watching on the live stream? There was so much activity in the Spirit this morning, and God was releasing creative miracles. And this was a miracle that I've actually been waiting to see for many years. Since I was 20 years old, I was telling Pastor Darren after the service was over with, it just was like, it was something I was so like messed up in the Spirit. After the service was over with, I just kind of was like, just couldn't even really talk. But what happened when I was 20, I went to Uganda, Africa, and met a man by the name of Simeon Kaiwa. And Simeon Kaiwa was a pastor during Idi Amin's reign, and he was the only pastor in all of Uganda. In fact, they call him the father of Pentecost in Uganda. And he told me a story about creative miracles that would happen with women that had lost their breast. And God would grow back their breast as a result of them having cancer, and they're having to remove their breast. And this morning there was a woman in the meeting. She came up, as many people were testifying to receiving healing touch from the Lord. Miracles were happening. You know, ailments were leaving people's bodies. This woman was on the left side of the platform and was weeping. And I said, something's happening. What is happening with you? And the Lord, guys, listen to this. The Lord grew the woman's breast back in the meeting. She had her breast removed as a result of cancer. And in this meeting this morning, God literally grew the woman's breast back. And she was hysterical. She was on the stage weeping, and as she was testifying to God, literally in the atmosphere of the meeting this morning, growing her breast back. And I mean, such a powerful demonstration of God's creative power happening in this meeting this morning. And I have never seen that happen. I've been believing to see that since I was 20 years old, and I heard that story from Simeon Kiowa, which is, if you know who Robert Kayanja is, he has one of the largest churches in Kampala, Uganda, and that's his spiritual father. And I remember when I was 20 years old going there and meeting this man who was basically the father of Pentecostalism in Uganda, and him telling me the story that God could actually grow back people's body parts in the meeting. And this morning the woman came up to the front testifying that God had grown back her breast right in the meeting. And it was such a powerful manifestation of the presence of God. And then other miracles were happening. A woman came on with a thing in her foot, 20 years of pain completely gone. She had broken her foot in several different places and had metal in it. She had more mobility than she's ever had. She was on the stage testifying. I mean, miracle after miracle after miracle. And a man with glaucoma in his right eye was going blind. God cleared his vision up so he was able to see. It was powerful, and that's just the miracles that were happening, guys. I mean, the kids were getting touched by the presence of God. As I was leaving the meeting, I mean, the teenagers were drunk in the Holy Spirit, rolling on the floor, laughing hysterically. While you would be ministering, you could not even talk at some stages. I would just be like totally just caught up in the spirit realm. And so we have another service tonight at 6 o'clock. I believe that it's going to be available for you to watch online tonight. So if you want to get online, I have been hearing people that have gotten online and they've been getting touched in their house. In fact, we had a testimony of a woman who had pain in her neck, and all the pain completely left her body. And even people getting miracles that aren't even in the meeting. I heard this afternoon that on the afternoon service yesterday, we prayed for people where they had broken their nose and the cartilage in their nose, and they weren't able to breathe out of. This young girl, her husband, who was in Colorado, she stood proxy for him, and he received a miracle over the phone. The power of God hit him in his house, and he was able to breathe freely. There was other people that received miracles, and it's been an incredible conference, guys. An incredible outbreak of the presence the whole entire week, and it's been amazing. And tonight we have another service. It starts at 6 o'clock here Pacific time, and you can get on, I believe, SeattleRevivalCenter.com and get the link for that, or there is a direct link that you can get to if somebody wants to put that link back up. It's something live.com. if somebody, if you want to put that back up, yeah, there it is. It's srclive.com, srclive.com, and you can watch it there tonight, or at seattlerevivalcenter.com. Thank you so much. So anyways, guys, incredible weekend last night. It was something else. I mean, Bobby ministered, and it was totally on fire. You saw the fire tunnel was just chaos, and it is. I believe it's free. It's free. This morning's service was free. There's the link is right on there, on my Facebook. So yeah. So there you go, right there. So if you want to watch it tonight, Michael has been putting up the links and everything so you can watch it for free. It was free this morning. That is on my Facebook. So if you want to go back and see what God did this morning in the service, you can go back and watch it this morning. And I'm telling you, it was chaotic. It was explosive, and it's been an amazing weekend. But I'm telling you, I was just I was really overcome by this woman and what God did for her. This is a creative miracle, guys. A creative miracle. She had no breast. God grew her breast back. She came on the stage and was crying, weeping, and what an amazing God that we serve. What an amazing Jesus that would go and restore everything the enemy has stolen. And I'm just excited for what God's doing in this season. It's just amazing. And I can't wait to see what God does tonight in the service. So many people getting drunk in the Holy Spirit. Even Bren told me, she said she doesn't even remember past the point where I said everybody in the center section just stand up. That's how it was, just intoxicating. And people, when we asked people to come forward that wanted to receive a touch from the Lord, and let that rain of His presence just begin to pour on them. I mean, everybody came, but I don't believe there was anybody in their seat, guys. They were all coming to the front. Power of God was hitting. I mean, you would touch people and they would just go flying like electricity. It was an amazing realm. I mean, everybody. It didn't matter. It wasn't just me praying for people. Even the pastoral staff that's here, when they pray, just bang, it would just hit people. Power of God. I mean, there was tons of testimonies of deliverance, people being set free. Power of God just touching people everywhere in there. And who knows what's going to happen? Double fold tonight. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? But I want to just get back in. I just want to get back into what happened there this morning. And the worship, guys, last night the worship was so incredible. Even after they transitioned, I could not get out of the presence. I was just stuck. I was stuck in the like the cloud of God. I mean, it was like thick like honey. And then it came back today. I was just loving every moment of it. And the worship has been amazing realms of worship, and we've just been hitting so many incredible things. Even when the worship stops, people just keep singing, and there's a real expectancy in this place. And again, guys, that miracle this morning, I mean, not to leave out any other things that God did this morning, because there was a lot. I will have to go back and rewatch what took place. I mean, people that hadn't been able to lift their shoulder in years, lift their arm in years, they're up there and they're moving their arm, completely healed by the power of God. But this woman who had no breast, guys, I'm telling you, it was It was a creative miracle. A creative miracle. Nobody touched the woman. It was just in the atmosphere. You know, the atmosphere of expectancy is the breeding ground for the miraculous. And I'm telling you, in that atmosphere, that woman received a creative miracle. And everything that the devil stole from her was returned by the power of God. So, again, go back. If you follow me on Facebook, go back and watch that morning service. And I'm telling you, it was on fire. And this morning we prophesied how Seattle had been known for the rain in the natural, but now God is going to begin to rain in the spirit. And I'm telling you, there is a realm that is opening here where it's the early and the latter rain coming together. And there was in this region at one time a movement that started called the Latter Rain Revival. And yeah, Seattle Glory Rain. I'm telling you, that realm is coming back again. In fact, guys, I don't want to assume this. I don't want to assume this. We have to go back and listen to the tape, to the DVD and the CD. But there was a point, we were talking about it after the service, there was a point while I was standing up there that there was another voice. There was another voice that was on, that went through the speakers, like at someone else's voice, and all the other microphones, no one was speaking into them. And so, I mean, just crazy things, you know. We're going to go back. I told Pastor Darren, I said, I would like to rehear the audio and watch the video, because no one else was on a microphone, and there was a second voice that came through the microphone while we were taking testimonies. And it's just crazy, guys. I'm telling you, it was amazing. But be praying for us. Tonight's service starts at 6, and so you can log on to the live stream and watch it and be a part of it. Be a part of it. And anyways, so it was incredible. So I just wanted to get on here. Yeah, the extra voice was, I'll let you figure that one out. So we're going to be back tonight at 6. You can get on there, watch the broadcast, share it with your friends, and hope to see you tonight. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.